Oh, it's that day of technical difficulties. Come on, dear. Get through it. Oh, well, this is just embarrassing, really. You're embarrassing yourself. You're embarrassing me. You're just embarrassing everyone involved. Go on, Trump. Go on, punt. Go on, get him. That's it. Go on. And again. And again. Go on.
When you think things couldn't
get
any worse.
They're getting worse.
Online.
Oh,
demand.
This is beautiful.
On the move. This is Dirty Fox.
Reborn, yes. Hey off. Ahoy to you all. This craziness. Oh dear, it's just embarrassing everybody, isn't it? So, hello everybody, welcome to the Dirty Boxes Reborn Thingy Bob. With amazing technology difficulties and stuff going on. We've not only have we got technical difficulties with me and the play. Oh, that's just embarrassing. Oh, you know what? We'll just. Oh, there we go. And we've also got issues with Tori at the moment. Hello, Tori, are you there? One, two. We have no Tori. Oh dear. Right, we're going to Skype. I've had enough. We're opening up Skype. Get Skype on Skype. Emergency backup signals. Oh dear. This is just one technical issue after another. Yeah. So basically, here we go. This is the scenario, right? Before we get into anything, because we're not even in yet. Oh, beautiful. Oh, now you're working. Oh, no, maybe not. Oh, dear. So basically, the scenario is this. The next 2 weeks, while I remember, okay, the next 2 weeks, we are not here, okay? I have got other things that were in my diary that I have to deal with, and so it's just one of those malarkeys that it's just like, this is awkward, so that's what's going on. Okay, so for the next 2 weeks, this is the last show, 2 weeks, and then we'll be back again, all right? So this is another great way to pad out. This is technically known as padding. Okay, let's have a lovely little discussion here. What you normally do on a normal bunny floppy is show is everything is seamless and is beautiful, and there is nothing to see, and everything is absolutely malarkeyly lovely. However, in a scenario like this, where technology is just not our friend, we do something called padding, which is a fascinating scenario where you just keep talking and pretend everything is fine when really it is absolutely big old rubbish. And it's really kind of a scenario where you're like, oh dear, this is awkward. This is what we're now doing. Okay, dear listener, this is what we're now doing. This is called professionalism. So I hear. This is what we do. So this is where you just like pretend everything's fine, keep talking, because people in the back end, i.e. me, again, Muggins here, it's all me, right? I've now got to sort stuff out before you get to realise that things have hit the fan and things are not quite as right as they should be. But thankfully, I've used my professionalism to cover it so well that you I don't know if you believe this or not, you don't know that there's something bad going on because of my professionalism. Okay, so that's what's happening. It's just so you know, a little behind the curtain kind of information there for you. So we've now got Skype running, which is lovely. If anyone wants to call in via Skype or Wiper, you're more than welcome. It's Dirty Dot Boxes. That includes Tori, as I still can't hear him. As I itch my beard. I've got a beard at the moment. It's just grown from nowhere. It's just nasty shenanigans. So I'm not approving it. I don't like it. So, it's very... hello, everyone, people in the chat room over there, Malarkey, youtube.com// Dirty Boxes Net. I hope you're well. You can now conversate... No, what's the word? Conversation, that's it. You can talk over there and help me out a bit. That'd be nice. So we are now live on Skypey YP. Skypey YP is now ready to go. I'm very excited.
Dad.
Oh, hello, Tori. I heard you.
Wait, what?
Hello.
What?
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Oh, everything's going really well, Lee. How are you?
I'm very well because we are professional and everything is fine. You're right there.
Yeah, I need to pour myself a
Oh,
little bit of coffee here.
Is that what it is?
Everything is functional.
okay.
I try not to drink before I have my gear set up.
Oh, so it's a bit longer than usual then, is it?
Yeah, there's some reason that this 2011 MacBook Pro
Yeah, pro, you say?
with a here, let me break it down here.
Because we are professional over here. I don't want people to understand.
Audio Technica ATR 2100 USB microphone and Gear One G900DX headphones to the microphone and my face running into the microphone there, so you can hear me a little.
Beautiful, beautiful.
That's the complete technical setup.
And yet somehow we had issues. But we
had issues.
Covered them
Mic
well.
plugged into laptop,
Mhm.
earplugs or earphones plugged into mic.
And yet, Well, that's awkward. It's almost as awkward as there's no Ben.
Well, and there's no YouTube feed.
What do you mean there's no YouTube feed? There is a feed. I've got it right there.
Well, I don't see it in the search. I'm searching for...
Go to youtube.com / Dirty Boxes Net and it'd be right there.
Dirty Boxers Net, you say?
Dirty Boxes Net, yeah. Admittedly, I haven't tweeted out.
Why would anyone make a net out of Dirty Box? Oh, there it is.
See?
Look.
Hi.
Well, now I'm watching.
Oh, don't. Oh, good. So we've started the calculator, have we? Have we started the the game? Talk amongst yourselves, dears. We'll be.
Yeah, we're at 17 so far.
Oh, well, we started late, so it's not going to be an accurate depiction of.
Well, that lets you know what happens when you put your toe in a tub.
So how's your week been, mate?
In what regard, Lee? Because I have many facets to my existence, and some of them are, one way, and some of them are another.
Ah, I see. Well, I was just saying in general because I had such a great week until Friday. I've written notes about Friday, so I would remember for story time.
Well, I'm a big fan of roller coasters, and that's been my week. So,
do you put your arms up?
Situation normal, all friends united.
Ah, lovely. That's good to hear. That's input and information there. It's very nice indeed.
Stuff.
I had to use my my what's the word that I'm looking for? I had to use my
device,
not aggressive voice. But I had to use my I'm not going to be mucked around voice.
Alleged Scoutmaster voice.
No, well, this is like I more like disappointed father voice. I'm just
Oh.
disappointed in you. And
You expected more.
well, it's my own fault, really.
I mean, is this about Ben?
Well, I haven't even got started on Ben yet, but it's just Friday. So basically, what happened is this. Okay, very simply. And by the way, this is another great opportunity to tell everybody that we're not here for the next 2 weeks because of reasons. Okay, so we're not here for the next 2 weeks from this. So you can't tell me that you didn't know because I've told you twice now. Okay, so there. So
Wait, what?
I've just told you. I've just told you. Anyway, so yeah, for the next 2 weeks. Next week I'm on holiday. I'm going to take my camper van on a little jaunt, a little kind of, see whether or not it all works or it falls apart. And then the week after, because I know they don't listen, is a surprise birthday party, which clashes with, it starts at 1 UK time, so it's just one of those things where it's just like, Anyway, so let's go back to during the week. Okay, during the week, let's just have a little see. Oh, it's now working. Yeah. Now we've gone past the embarrassment of the introduction. There we go. So back in time. So we've everything was lovely and hunky dory, and the UK government, with all the vaccines and malarkey, yeah, we're back to this malarkey again, but released on the media around about Monday or Tuesday that because of issues that they had seen and were worried about, that anybody, because I'm under the age of 40, anybody who's going to be offered the vaccine under the age of 40 on the rollout would have the choice between AstraZeneca, which is the preferred one that I want, because it's a traditional vaccine like Johnson & Johnson, or Pfizer, which is new technology, which, as we've discussed, from my research, is mRNA technology, which is new and hasn't really been tested as much, and is, is a bit more wary about it, right? So I want the traditional one, yeah? Johnson & Johnson or the AstraZeneca. Are we clear so far? Have we set the scene? Because I don't want to lose you. As I reach for my coffee too, I don't want to lose you on this stuff. So that was at the beginning of the week. It's like everyone under their 40. They worded it as if we will be offered the option between the two. Okay. Thursday comes around and I get a random text message from the NHS, which is the National Health Service, okay, in the United Kingdom, because we're partly commie, but not quite, okay? You pay in from your taxes, but it's free at the point of use, okay? You're not hit with a bill at the end of it, unlike America and insurance and stuff. I'm not saying it's better, I'm just saying it's taken so you don't miss it. It's paid in a different way. And it's also proportional to your wage that you're earning, and not necessarily from like a couple of $100 per month or whatever it is per person. It's proportionate. Are we so far so good? I just want to make sure.
I can follow that in math.
Maths, lovely. Anyway, so Thursday, as I was fondling with my technical term, I think, fondling with my my camper van, which is called Kermit, by the way. It's the same colour as Kermit the Muppet. That's what Kermit the Frog. That's why it's called Kermit. Okay, I didn't choose the colour; it came at that colour, so that's why it's called Kermit. Just in case we haven't spoken about it before, because I can't remember. So,
I believe it's been discussed in a previously on Dirty Box.
Previously. So I was excited. What I was doing on a little van, right? Little kind of medium wheelbase van, they call it here in Europe. I don't know what they're called in America, because quite frankly, I don't care.
I don't know what part of the country you're in.
Okay, fine. So I was in the middle of wiring for the electricity and things of Kermit. and which basically meant that I fed over 100 meters of cable in a small van. 100 meters, which is like around about 27 miles for the Americanos or something like that, give or take. I'm not Google Translate. I don't know. If you want to know, Google it yourself. I don't care. For the electrics and things like that, and also the network cabling that's in, because if you're going to do it, Tori, you've got to do it proper, right? So Kermit at the moment, right, has got a crap ton, which I think is the technical term, of electrical wires for switches and lights and things like that. The traditional camper van malarkey, okay. And it's also got about 40 meters worth of Ethernet cables in there for what I would like to refer to as a phase two of the transformation of Kermit into my camper van. Okay, phase one is just the bare basics of a camper van. Phase two is what I like to call Kernet. Okay, so it's going to have its own network system inside Kermit, and it will be also Wi-Fi stuff. So if I'm on the road, I'm able to do this malarkey called a show, allegedly, possibly, maybe. Thinking out loud. Anyway, so I'm in the middle of that. My arms are aching because everything's done through the roof and stuff, wiring, because my arms have been above my head doing all this for about 4 or 5 hours at this point. Ages. And then suddenly I got a text message from the NHS saying that I am now approved to go and get a vaccine. And I was like, ooh. Which I think everybody would be like, ooh, okay. And I'd read the news previously, a couple of days before. I was like, oh, wow, okay. They're doing it, they seem to be quite, rolling it out faster than I expected in my local area. It's like, oh, okay, fair enough. So I went through the rigmarole of booking online. Everything was going fine. I found a place, bearing in mind, Tori, and I'm concerned from the technology issues that we've had already that you've been remarkably quiet for quite some time.
Oh, I'm just trying to be polite.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Walking us down a road.
Okay, I was just double checking that we're clear of the issues. So
testes, 1 2
1 2. So I was excited. I was like, oh wow, this is finally, after all these months, it's like, oh wow, okay, finally it's got to me, little old me with my cherub face and fuzzy face and stuff. So I booked through the system, the online system, and it was absolutely perfect. Now, bearing in mind, I was able to book both doses at the same time, which was like, oh, wow, okay, so it's going to be, I was able to, this was Thursday, I was able to find a booking slot on Friday afternoon, which was like, wow, okay. And then the second dose was going to be on July, and we'll see where this goes in the story.
Oh my.
Spoiler alert, it didn't go well. So, and what was a slight niggle, I would say, Tori, about this, a slight niggle, was that even though I am in my little humble abode right here where I'm sitting, okay, I am about 500 yards away from a vaccine centre that they've popped up, like a pop-up shop, right? And
that's close to 480 meters.
Something like that, yes. I'm spitting distance if the wind is in the right direction. I'm literally right there. And then in the other direction, it's about 1.5 miles to yet another vaccine centre that's been popped up like a pop-up shop. I'm, reasonably close to places I could get to easily. Even walk. I know Americans. Walking. Who knew?
Wait, what?
I know. I could have done that. Okay. But no. The closest I could get to was 11 miles away, which still convenient. I can get there. I did. But it's a 21 mile round trip. Okay. But you know what? I was all right with that. Yeah. So I phoned up the place, the location that I was going to go to, a pharmacy, right? And I basically, because I hadn't been to that area for a long time, and it's renowned for horrific parking and stuff like that. So I just wanted to, get the lie of the land, as it were, and kind of understand what's going on, or like the local knowledge, get inside of the local knowledge and what's going on. Yeah, bit nosy, being prepared, if you will. And I got that, right? And they're going, there's horrific roadworks, 4-way traffic, temporary traffic going on this renowned horrific junction going into it. So I was prepared for that.
Zoom.
Exactly. I was okay with that. I knew that was coming. It was like, okay, so I need to leave a little bit earlier than I would normally do to get to that area of the location. It was like, okay, fair enough. Made a mental note, wrote it down as well, because mental notes just won't work. So I was like, no, I really should write that down. So I wrote it down.
There goes my Apple Watch again.
Yeah. And then it was like, okay, fair enough. And they said, well, parking, what we've established in the local area is that if you park at the community centre, they're okay. They give you free parking there. And then it's just like a 2-minute walk down to us. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. Bit more insider knowledge, right? That's really helpful. I'm finding that really informative. Thank you very much. I'm really excited. And then I said, just to clarify, you are doing the AstraZeneca, right? Just so you know. And she says, you know what? At the moment, today we're doing Pfizer. But AstraZeneca is tomorrow and Saturday. We're getting a new shipment in, and it will be there for tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday. And in my little heart, fluttered, I'm like, this is meant to be. Yeah, this is. I've said it into the universe enough times, as it were, in my little world. I said, I don't mind taking a vaccine, but I want to have a choice on the vaccine, and I choose AstraZeneca. And it's all it's all aligning. The stars are aligning to this. It's like beautiful. So Friday arrives. And it's not like Christmas morning, right? I'm not overly excited as a child sort of thing or anything like that. It's just me.
Nipples pinging.
No, nothing like that. It's just like I'm excited that, it's like yet another little tick in the box, isn't it? It's like, yeah, that's another thing that is cool. And also, I'd spent all week, because a lot of my friends are younger and a lot of my friends are older. So the older lot have been winding me up about how they've been vaccinated, and I hadn't. And so I thought it's my duty at this point to wind up people like Ariane and others and like going, ha 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 ha.
Hey, Ari.
Shut up. It's like, oh, I'm gonna, because we're all going on holiday together. We're all going to, different, we've worked it out next week. And as part of that, I'm, I was winding them up because they're worried about tests and things and making sure everyone's okay in the group. And we're all...
Testes.
Yeah, exactly. And we're all kind of staying in different chalets and things. And I'm staying in Kermit. And then we're all in separate, but we're in like a bubble as well. And all this malarkey, which I let them deal with, and they just tell me what's going on, right? That's what I've learned at this point now. So I've been winding them up. It's like, I don't care. I don't care. By the time I get to the holiday next week, I will be, I'll be vaccinated. I will be absolutely fine. And they're like, no, it takes 3 weeks to make sure that it actually comes into your system. And it's not. And I'm like, well, it's not like it waits to the 3rd week and then it goes from 0 to 100% vaccinated. It builds up. I'll be fine. I'll be able to, dust off my Speedos.
It's not like Drake.
Exactly. I'll be able to dust off my Speedos and start licking railings like I normally do, and I'll be absolutely fine because I'll be vaccinated, because I'll be fine. It's like, no, winding them up. And they bite so easily. The youth of today, they bite so easily. So I was enjoying that. So Friday turned up. I knew things were going wrong when
Wait, what?
I knew things were going wrong. Is that because I hadn't been, and I had a bit of anxiety, kind of like, because I suffer from that crap. So now, because of medication. Anyway, so I'm driving down. I got past the traffic lights. I was like, yeah, I know this. Yeah, on the right hand side, she said there'll be the community centre. And because I hadn't been in that location for a long, long time, I saw kind of like an old Victorian building, and I'm like, I'm sure that's the community centre coming up on the right hand side. So I indicate and I pull over and I park up, and I'm like, brilliant, this is working well. So I lock up Kermit and I start walking down the street, only to walk past the sign for this building, which is not the community centre, but the old school, which is also a community area service thing, kind of like centre, but not the community centre. And I'm thinking, well, it is a community centre. I'm sure I'll be fine parking here. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm not blocking anybody. I'm sure there's no double yellow lines saying I can't park here. It's like, I'll be fine, right? So I walk down a bit further. And then I, because of the issue, the concern, the problems of that, the walk was no longer 2 minutes. It was a good 10-minute walk all the way down, and I actually walked past the entrance to the community centre. I was like, oh, yes, it would have been closer if I parked there. It would have been a 2-minute walk. She was right. So I finally get there, okay? And let me just say that it was a kerfuffle. There was many people there, all with masks on, queuing up 2 meters apart and stuff. So it looked a bit busier than it was, yeah? And the way it was, it's kind of almost like the worst theme park ride queue known to man, where it was like, and women, because we're, and everything in between, because we're equal opportunity. Unlike Ben. So, it's that horrible zigzag kind of queuing system. The one I'm talking about at the theme parks that you think you're close to the ride and then it double backs on itself and you're like going around the houses and I'm like, when are we actually going to get on this ride? And the ride only lasts for 30 seconds. The worst kind of queue. So I'm queuing up. And at this time, there's quite a few people in front of me, which is fine. I'm early because, I was waiting 15 minutes early to my appointment. I'm absolutely fine.
Despite the long walk, you were quite early.
I'm still quite early, exactly. So I was like, this is fine. I'm here now. I don't need to panic. I don't need to worry. And then there was like an older lady who was behind me. And the only reason I know she was an older lady was because, one, my eyes work, and two, more importantly, it was her second dose. Everybody else in this queue was having their first dose of the vaccine. Okay? Apart from the lady behind me, everybody was having their first dose. So, to check in, they've got iPads and stuff, and there's like two ladies who are dealing with it. Meanwhile, there's like wombles going around with their high-vis vests on, making sure that everyone's giving out free, alcohol and all that rubbish to wipe your hands down and all that crud, making sure people are checking in properly and things. And they're also handing out these buckets. Not buckets, they're bundles of leaflets. That's the word I was looking for, bundles of leaflets. So a card and information about the vaccine. And I was noticing that everybody was getting a little slip of ready pinky paper, okay, as part of this bundle. And I'm like, okay, fine. But they run out. They were like handing them out, and they got to me in the queue and they had run out. And I was like, okay, fair enough. We'll be back in a second. We'll give you, another bundle, but let me just go and get some. It's like, okay, fine. Yeah. Starting the process of checking in, name, date of birth, all that crap. Are you allergic to this, that, and the other? The usual. And we're all in the queue still, right? As it's happening. And because of because obviously the late bundle arrival for me, the girl behind me obviously had her card before, and more people had turned up, and they're getting bundles as well, and they finally get me a bundle, and I've got a green slip of paper, not a red slip of paper.
Like Kermit.
Yes, exactly. Exactly the shade of Kermit. And written on that this is when I found out. Written on the green slip of paper, it said Pfizer. And I looked around and I'm like, whoa, this is Pfizer. And she's like, yeah. And I was like, but... And then I kind of, in the corner of my eye, realised that written on the red bit of paper, it says AstraZeneca. And I'm like, can I... Sorry to bother you, but I want an AstraZeneca. I don't want Pfizer. Is there a way to deal with that, please? And she goes, no. Is it your first dose? And I'm like, yeah. Well, it's just Pfizer. And I'm like, what? Everybody in front of me is also having their first dose as well. You can't not overhear what's going on in this area, but they've got red slips. Why have I got a green slip? Well, that's all you can have, blah, 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 blah. I was like, oh no, here we go. So she, who was very helpful. She was the same girl that gave me, alcohol to wipe my hands down with and stuff like that. She goes off and goes, right, I'll just go and get somebody who you can speak to. Okay. And off she trots. And it was like, okay, fair enough. And I continued checking in while we're waiting for this malarkey to happen. I'm like, I'm sorry to be, she goes, is it personal choice or is it a medical thing? And I was like, it's a personal choice. I've done my research. I would prefer a traditional vaccine compared to the mRNA technology. Okay, that's my personal choice. That's what I've decided to put in my body. It's not an I even said, it's not an anti-vaccine thing, because if it was, I wouldn't be here. Unlike Ben.
Yeah, Ben.
Yeah. So that's going on, yeah? So...
I sent you an email.
No, I haven't got it, Ben. I'm so sorry. I still haven't received anything. So I'm waiting there, and the girl comes out, who did the alcohol girl, right? Let's call her that. She comes out with a high-vis vest going, he'll be here in a minute, okay? And it's like, okay, cool, thanks. So I'm standing sheepishly to the side while more people are going through, who, I noted, all still had red slips for AstraZeneca, and I'm the only green slip still for the Pfizer. So I'm like, this is not right. I'm even saying to somebody as a joke, it's like, can we swap? Do you want to swap? Can I swap, please, with you? And so the bloke storms out, right? I knew things were not going to go well. When he spoke to the alcohol lady, and by this time a second womble with a high-vis vest was standing with her talking. And before the alcohol lady could respond, to this bloke saying who is causing the mischief and mayhem, the second lady turned and pointed at me, and she says, quote, "It's that one there." Not that bloke over there, that person over there, not that it's him over there, it's that one there. I was like, oh, here we go. This is not going to bode well.
It's your fault.
It's not my fault. It's not my fault, Ben. How dare you, Pals Ben? How rude. So, Tori, in this scenario, what would you have done?
Well, first off, let's start with the parking.
Okay.
I would have found a place that was closer than a 2-minute walk.
Okay.
And
oh yeah, but you're American, so you're allergic to walking, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, okay. So the walking isn't the issue for you. How about when we get there? Is there anything else that's sprung to mind, concerns wise?
I think I would have went with the Pfizer, not because I've done my research, just because I've heard some of the side effects of their other products.
Which is fair, which is absolutely fine and fair and dandy and all that malarkey. That's cool. However,
I mean, I already have 4-hour erections. What's if I have it as a side effect, I won't even notice.
That's good to know. Isn't that great to know? Top tip for everybody.
I'm willing to take that one for the team.
Are you now? Oh, that's good for you. Good for you. Yeah, well done you. Sorry, it was just me double checking that the system is still working. Not necessarily. I do not condone necessarily what we just played. Anyway, so I was just overall, I was just a little bit annoyed. Right, it's still working.
Check.
Yep. So I was like, oh, this is not going to go well. And this bloke with whom was younger than me, I assumed, a little bit younger than me. Basically went, are you the one who doesn't want to take the Pfizer? And I repeated, it's like, yeah, I've done my research. I'm not anti-vax, because it suddenly it feels like you have to, you have to defend your position. It's like I just do not want this technology in my body. I will take the AstraZeneca. I'm happy to take AstraZeneca. I want AstraZeneca. But
give me that AZ.
Exactly. I don't want Pfizer. But everybody else in this queue, and he's like, well, that's all you got. Are you under the age of 40? I said, yes, I am under the age of 40. I don't see how that's the issue. And he goes, quote, well, as of this morning, the licensing for this medical treatment has changed that no one under the age of 40 can take the AstraZeneca. And I'm like, so that happened this morning and I booked yesterday. So surely, and I made sure that the AstraZeneca was here. I would like the AstraZeneca. And he goes, he's one of these, he became a job's worth at this point, quite frankly. And he was like, well, it's either that or nothing. And that's it. You can't. I'm like, well, I'm only a few years away to 40. Are you saying that the side effects that I'm allegedly supposed to have now suddenly turn off in a couple of years' time? I'm not here to debate it. You either have
like an Apple phone battery.
Exactly. You know what I mean? It's like, no, well, it's like you either take this or not at all. And I was like, right, I don't, and I said these exact words because these get me, because they are meaningful to me. They're very important to me. It's like, well, I do not consent to that then. And I handed him the bundle back of leaflets and stuff. I hadn't even read them at this point. It was like, there you go. I do not consent with that going in my body. Thank you.
Basically, what he said was, it's better to have nothing than to have the AZ.
Yeah.
If he's saying that's the choices.
That's the choice. It's like, fair enough. Okay, that's the choice.
He's saying take nothing.
So then, this is the bit that really annoyed me, is that then, because this is happening at the back of the pharmacy. You've had to go down we're queuing up down like a little wide kind of vehicle alleyway between buildings. So I start walking down the alleyway. It's like, no, I do not consent to that. Thanks for your time. Right? He starts following me. So, well, you've got to take it. It's Pfizer. What's wrong with Pfizer? And it's like, well, Pfizer, I don't want to go down the whole, I don't understand why we're still having this conversation because I've made my choice. But Pfizer seem to, they don't seem to like doing business correctly and instead think business involves them getting fined obscene amounts of money day in, day out for different trials that go wrong. So I don't, before we even get down the mRNA stuff, Pfizer as a company, a bit dodgy at best. It's like, well, that's just not scientific. It's like, are you
allegedly?
Kidding? Yeah, well, no, it's not allegedly. It's in the news. If you just Google Pfizer trials, you'll
I'd rather not. I'd go it.
Oh, fair enough. That's understandable. But I mean, that's. And I'm like, he's still following me down this alleyway. And I'm like, what, are you trying to pull me or something now? What's going on here? It's like, go away. I've made my choice. You've given me an option. I've made my decision. I am not taking Pfizer. Thank you very much. Well, you won't have another opportunity. It's like, fine. Good. Right.
If the regulations just changed this morning, how does he know that?
Exactly. They're just changing the goalposts left, right, and centre. It's just like, come on, man. Seriously. So now I'm in this awkward position of where I've now got my tail between my legs, as it were, and I'm now being ripped a new one from my alleged friends for winding them up, not having them not having the vaccine, and now I've ended up not having the vaccine either. Yeah, egg on face.
I mean, that's not the worst end of the story.
True, but even like because on the way back,
I mean, imagine if they had, said, "No, you're taking it," and then
stabbed you.
like here come in the armed guards.
But the best part about this all, and
Papers, please.
yeah, exactly. That's the next issue that Ariane's worried about, the way it's going. It's like you won't be able to access anything without some sort of papers. But the funny thing that I found, which is like the whole kind of comical thing, because I went back to Anne and Soph's on the way home, because it was a journey back, 20-mile odd round trip. I went back to have a coffee there, and I was telling them the story, and he's like, "Well, yeah, that's just crazy the way things are going." It's just like, but everyone knew that at the beginning of this week that you had a choice. The government is giving you a choice of which one you want. You're offered both. And then this morning, Friday, it's like, dear, I just don't know. I just don't know what the hell's going on with people. And what's the concern is that overall is that you're now the bad guy, for not doing it. You're frowned upon as if it's like you don't know the science. You haven't had years of experience of medical blah 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 blah. It's like, well, I read it's on the internet. The mRNA technology is not owned by Pfizer. It's owned by Moderna. I read the Moderna website. It tells you clearly what the technology is for and not for. And it's not supposed to be used as a blanket vaccine. It's supposed to be used for personalized treatments for people, individuals. So either Moderna's wrong, or the pharmacist who's stabbing people day in, day out is wrong. You know what I mean? But the worst part is, and I was saying this to Anne and Soph, was that everything is from China involving this. So you've got all the lateral flow tests that come in. I'm sure I've told you that it's got made in China all over it, written all over it. The stuff that you're testing yourself every other day or something. And then the vaccine center that I went to, there's a plaque there going like Dr. Wang, Eastern medical kind of stuff. So people are going through this door. You can tell them they're all looking at this sign, going, "Hold on, we're going into Dr. Wang's like Eastern medical kind of spiritual center to get the vaccine." It's just odd. It's just bizarre, and I can't understand it. Hold on, let me just Google it because I want to get it right. Dr. Wang. I'm sure it's Dr. Wang.
You might want to turn Safe Search on.
Yes, it's a Chinese medical clinic. That's what it was called. So there's a big old sign, Dr. Wang's Chinese medical clinic. Ah, dear, you just can't make this stuff up, and it's just bizarre. I just found it bizarre, the whole thing. It's just like, what you're older than me, Tori. I don't want to like age you.
How dare you?
I'm sorry. Stuff something.
Just out of college.
I like. When was it okay to kind of peer pressure you into that sort of scenario? It's like surely it's your body. You can decide what goes in it. Or we're out of it.
There's always been a bit of peer pressure in that regard. That's what prohibition is, and probably the woman's right to choose is, and to some extent, it's a matter of a
matter of
what? It's a matter.
Sit comfortably, everybody. This is going to be good. It's a matter of
being informed
mm,
and being educated and having some sort of a plan.
Thank you. So I'm just.
You plan to have the AstraZeneca.
Yes. Because I was told I could choose in the media, everywhere. It was on every channel. It was like, this is the plan, this is the roadmap, this is the thing that we're now all going to do. And it's like, fair enough, that makes sense. It's like, okay, we've heard about maybe, these extremely rare blood clots. I know of, a handful of people who's already had the AstraZeneca, who's younger than me.
They must be very tiny people.
Yeah, well, it's Danny boy. He's frightfully tiny. He's like a hobbit, like Ben. He's like tiny. Danny boy. But it's just like, I just don't know. It's just bizarre.
How bizarre.
Very bizarre. Do. How bizarre. How bizarre. So this is another great opportunity to remind people once again, because I know what people are like. Okay. We're not here for the next 2 weeks.
We're trying not to have too many subscribers on YouTube.
That's
I'll
true.
take over here for a minute.
Oh, please.
We are limiting this account to 999 subscribers.
Please.
And if any of you even so much as think of subscribing as the 1,000th, well, let me just tell you,
We'll hunt you
you've
down.
not seen the Lee Brown that you will be dealing with if that happens. Am I right, Lee?
That's very true. Thank you very much. Yes, I'll shake my angry fist in all sorts. You'll be rude and impulsive. And you won't like it, I won't like it, no one will like it. Because we'll be disappointed in you. Disappointed.
It'll be a thumbs down moment.
Oh dear.
You hope that's where that thumb goes.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, that made me chuckle. So I'm just I'm perusing the news that has been lovingly submitted by the head of research and the love of my life, Tasha Bella. Hello, my dear. And she has sent me. Shut up! Stop it! Bad, Tory. Bad. Behave. Even new Bean. I still haven't got over that from last week. How dare
Wait,
you?
what?
Yeah. You would have thought, You would have thought. But
Yeah,
you
I
didn't.
bet he didn't send you an email.
No, he didn't. But anyway, so I attached about the love of my life and sent him some news. And you can do too. It's news@dirtyboxer.net if you wish.
No, thanks.
No? Sure? Okay, fine. It's only fair to give options in this world. Options and choices. So this is fascinating. This is a news story from ranker.com. I said ranker. Okay? Ranker.com. Who is, kindly giving out information that they've picked up from Reddit. So it's true, as they are reporting it from there. And it goes, a woman swaps out her roommate's food for vegan alternatives and ends up charged with a felony. Can you tell why I was intrigued by this news story?
Has anyone seen Sir Darrell lately?
Exactly. I haven't heard from him immense. Oh, I'll tell you something that we're talking about that sort of stuff because he swarms himself around the social media malarkeys. I would suggest that because Callum learned this last week, bearing in mind he's rather technical, he knows scripting and things like that. What he did not know is that on Twitter, if you follow us at Dirty Boxes, there's an option to be notified instantly when we tweet something. So if you ever want to know when we're live, that's the best way of doing it. You get instantly notified on your lock screen if you have Twitter installed. It'll be there on your front screen. You get going live. Just
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I know, but I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there as options and stuff and choices. So this news article starts off with no good deed goes unpunished.
I've heard this.
This is This is fascinating. I've heard this too, and such is the case of this of Redditor username throw_once upon a time. What an interesting name! What an interesting name on Reddit. Who decided to share a story about a college roommate bearing gifts, and in this case, a lovely dinner. But the roommate's secret agenda becomes life-threatening issue. All hell breaks loose. Are we sitting comfortably? Because this is the stuff I enjoy. Dear, oh dear. So, in this, and I'm quoting, this is a thread on Reddit I've never heard of before, and
Can't get comfortable.
Yes,
You said to sit comfortably, and I can't.
Oh no!
Hold on.
Oh, okay. It's just okay. Have you got a scatter cushion or something? Oh! Bear with us. He's I dread to think where he's putting the microphone. Oh! And can you put the other leg behind your neck as well?
I think I can hold this.
Okay, fair enough. So, in this thread called "Am I an A-hole?", which is
Yes.
yes, the woman asks the internet if it was fair to destroy her former roommate's future because she almost killed her. Interesting. So here we go. It all started friendly enough when a new roommate moved in. Okay? So far, so good. A roommate has moved in. We're at college. The woman says that she was 20 years old in college and was living with two best friends, and one of them was moving out so that she could move in with her boyfriend. Oh, yeah, we've heard that before, haven't we? Here we go again. So she placed an ad looking for another roommate. So far, so good. So far, makes sense. That's when she met Iran. Iran, what an interesting name. So before Iran moved in, she informed everybody that she was a vegetarian. Oh no! But she wouldn't have
It's not the worst.
No, it's not.
I mean, that's several tiers above a vegan.
Yes, that is very, very true. Yes, the naming of shaming of veganism. But she wouldn't, and this is the important bit. This is the interesting thing here. That Erin was a vegan, and but she wouldn't have a problem if the other roommates weren't. So she moved into the apartment a month later. So far, so good. All hunky-dory. I don't care if you eat, bacon, because it's the best food in the world.
Umami.
It's the only thing that is truly the vaccine of veganism, if you will, is bacon butties. A nice bacon bat. Nom, 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 nom. With a little bit of ketchup, a little bit, nice. Sorry, are you okay in that position? Are you sure?
I'm gonna have to adjust if you.
If you wouldn't mind. Okay, bear with us, everybody. He's just gonna. I didn't think you're gonna be able to do it with your arthritis like that. Really, honestly. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, you sure? Yeah. Oh dear. Yeah.
I got this, Lee.
Okay, all right. So, the new roomie wanted to do something nice for her new roommates by cooking breakfast. Okay, she's going to cook breakfast.
Nice.
That is nice. Isn't that nice? So the next day, after she moved in, she cooked breakfast for everybody. And the woman writing this was surprised. She didn't ask her to. And by her own words, she just wanted to do something nice. Well, that's lovely. Isn't that nice? So Erin made some pancakes, some bacon strips and hash browns. Oh, that's very lovely. That's lovely. So far, so good. This is all sounding hunky-dory. However, this woman who's writing this saying, I'm definitely allergic to a few things. So I immediately asked her what was in the food. But I didn't mention my allergies, which was a huge mistake.
Oh, boy.
She listed the ingredients, and I didn't find anything I was allergic to. So far, so good. All good. She told me it was regular bacon, not fake bacon, or that it had any soy in it, which is all very nice indeed. That's lovely. An equal opportunist vegetarian. That is, I'm already liking her, and she's nice. I like her. However, ...
Wait, what?
It turns out she was lying to prove a point about how soy can taste exactly the same as meat. I started eating and everything tastes a little off. I try the bacon and it's definitely something wrong. At this point, she goes, ta-da! And smugly told us, I bet it tastes exactly like meat. Oh, no. So she has a severely allergic reaction to soy and had to be rushed to hospital. Oh, when will these do-gooders stop doing good? My goodness, flipping heck. So the woman who posted this started freaking out now. I told her I was severely allergic to soy and asked her whether there was any soy. Now she's apologizing, saying she didn't know that and that she was sorry. She lied, blah, 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 blah. At this point, I'm experiencing, she goes, an anaphylactic shock, throat closing up, dizzy, the works. My best friend freaks out and calls an ambulance. I had, the poster, had to stay in the hospital for 2 days.
Is this by chance an ad for another roommate?
Let me scroll ahead a little bit. Possibly. So with the US healthcare, the ambulance and the hospital stay racked up to a lot of money that the poster did not have. So in the meantime, the poster had filed a complaint with the police because food tampering is a felony. I did not know that. As the provider of cupcakes,
that makes sense to me because there's a bond of trust that goes into feeding someone.
Yes.
If you break that bond, then you are a heinous individual.
So I had the poster said she had a lucky break, as her best friend had filmed the breakfast to post on Instagram, and she got the whole thing in video.
That'll come in handy during the trial.
So in the end, Erin had to plead guilty to some low degree of felony. She didn't get any jail time, but got community service. Once she was found guilty, I sued her for hospital fees. I won that too. Well, there you go. That's just...
You got to imagine that the vegetarian options in jail are not the greatest.
Yeah. So as a note to this post, the posters did say, I did all the legal things under the advice of my uncle's friend who was a lawyer. He said something about it will be easy to sue if she had guilty charge. I also did not have any contact with Erin during any of this under the advice of my lawyer, and all this because of fake bacon and trying to prove a point. That is, but it doesn't end there. Oh no. So because of this, because of fake bacon and trying to prove a point, Erin's scholarship to the college was cancelled and she had to drop out. She also went into debt, paying medical fees. I saw the poster saying you saw her on Facebook a few days ago, and she is still down on her luck. I guess she's saying a felony charge makes it very hard, no matter how small the charge was. I know she is
Tell that to the people involved in a drug war.
Yeah. Especially over weed. So she goes, yes, she is the a-hole for lying about the food. I want to know whether...
First of all, she's an a-hole.
Yes.
Second of all, she's an a-hole for lying about the food.
Yes.
They stack.
But, like pancakes. Yes. However, the poster was wondering, this is why she brought it up to people's attention, is that whether or not she was the jerk for everything that they did about this, because the bottom line is basically screwed a person's life because they put wrong ingredients on a breakfast that they made only to do something nice. Bunny Floppy Floppy is. So,
I hope if there are any intelligence agencies out there that they take an interest in the people who were pro poisoning the roommate.
Yeah. This be true. I'm just like putting it out there. I find it interesting because it is a good point. It's not. I can see roughly how, from the vegetarian's point of view, what they were trying to do. Right? There was nothing malicious there. In a sense, it wasn't a proper malicious thing. It was just you wouldn't realize how it all tastes. You know, it tastes exactly like meat, which it doesn't. It's the biggest lie ever. But there you go. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like I can understand that it just went out of control.
And they said it had no soy.
Yes, that was the problem. So.
You don't get to do that.
No. But, you know, it's just...
That's not proving a point. That's deception.
Yeah.
That's a different thing.
Yeah. So I just feel sorry in some respects. I appreciate what you're saying, but if she wasn't informed about the issues. Well, she was actually. Yeah, okay. She had an opportunity to get her out. But no. So, but yeah.
Well, it's like this last batch of cupcakes I made.
You made some cupcakes, you say?
Yes. See, I started out with a biodegradable liner. Then I sprayed it with some olive oil, put in a ginger snap, added some lemon batter, which was a lemon cake mix with lemon extract.
Ooh.
And 8 eggs, 1 3/4 cups of sunflower oil, 1/4 cup of walnut oil. And then I think it was... a cup and 3/4 of heavy cream and 1/4 cup of lemon juice.
Ooh.
And then I took a can of julienne beetroot and patted it dry and drained it and rinsed it a dozen times and then patted it again.
Mm.
Added that to the batter. Then I brushed that with some 2 tablespoons of honey that I added a teaspoon of mustard powder to.
Ooh.
And then added vanilla, orange blossom, and coconut buttercream with blueberry jam and a toasted walnut.
That's a top tip. That's good.
If you're allergic to walnuts, you would know about the walnut oil that I put in the batter based on the walnut that I also placed clearly on top of the cupcake.
See, it's a sign. You see, surely that makes sense. Also, because for me, I'm just like, well, surely you just take, I can't eat a walnut, so I'll just pick that off and then eat the rest.
Yeah, there's that. But if I saw anybody picking the walnut off, I'd be like, yeah, there's walnut oil. But it's a small amount. It's very pungent, and you don't need very much walnut oil to get the essence of it. So I was going for the little bit of umami to,
Yeah.
Go with the beet.
Yeah. That's cool, man.
And I almost went goat cheese on top, but I just ran out of room.
Oh, isn't that always the way? God, there's never enough space. So talking about
I would say next time, but I've never made the same kind twice.
So talking about food, there seems to be a foodie conversation today. Another lovely. This has come from live.shared.com. People are eating raw rotten meat to get high in a bizarre new online trend.
Is this a dating site?
I believe so. So when it comes to online bizarre trends, there are a dime a dozen, allegedly, unless you're not American, and then it would be like a penny for 10p. It doesn't seem to work. That's not exactly as a hip and trendy phrase, is it? You know, it doesn't roll off the tongue as much. But a dangerous diet trend called high meat, bunny floppy floppy is there, has caught the fancy of many. So if you're wondering what this is, here's the answer. It involves people voluntarily consuming raw meat that has been left to rot for several months to even as long as a year. No. There are two reasons why people do this. One is to get high, which is, interesting. It's legal, I suppose. And others claim that they prefer to taste the taste of rotten meat as well, which I believe you fools, you bad you. So, what is going on? Crazy shenanigans of the weirdo variety. Oh no! Are we back? Oh, we're all back. Right, we lost signal there. I moved for a second. The internet's back. Sorry, guys, about that. Hello, I'm here. Hello.
Testes. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Oh no, not again. Hello. Oh no. Let me just
Testes.
No. Let me just refresh the back end here. Let me just hopefully. So what if you've just joined us? Hi again. The internet went out and it's back. So I'm just loading the chat, the back end chat again. This may be, yet again, another example of professionalism. Once again, I'm sorry, it's happened again, where I just happened to just kind of wait for technology to catch itself up, to do lovely things, to enjoy ourselves. But most importantly, we're doing this without you realizing we've had problems. You see, you're none the wiser of the fact that issues may have occurred. And, oh no. Oh. Oh no. Even Firefox is causing mischief, which is the back end. Because we're using browsers to talk to each other now, which is much better, unless the internet drops and crazy shenanigans happen. So anyway, I'll tell you about this story as we're live. It says we're live. Everything says we're live. It's all good. Firefox has crashed entirely. Oh, don't you just love when things happen like this? So, according to Newsweek, which I do find has changed somewhat recently. It used to be kind of shenanigans where it almost was kind of mainstream. It was kind of center of the line, mainstream, all hunky-dory and malarkey, that kind of thing. Recently, it seems to... What's the best way to describe it? It seems to have had a change of heart and has now become a little bit more of a bit radical, a little bit more kind of willing to say stuff that they wouldn't normally have said previously, which is fascinating to me. I don't know if they've like had a change of a change of editor over there or something or other going on, but it's fantastic, whatever it is. And I really very much approve. Very much approve indeed. But, you know, it's all to their own, and it's fascinating. All I'm saying, it's fascinating how all that happened. But let's see if what's going on here. Hello, caller. Hello, Tori.
Hello.
Hi, welcome back. Hi, sorry.
I wasn't eating cookies.
No? Well, that's good to know. I wasn't suggesting. There suddenly seems to be suspicious noises? Question mark. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. So that was a no then. That was a no. You weren't eating.
641.
Oh, lovely. So I was just saying how Newsweek seems to have changed its character recently. It's I don't know if it's a new editor or something. They seem to have gone a bit more kind of. They used to be central, kind of playing the game, but now they've seemed to be a bit more radical, a bit more rebellious of their news stories.
A bit more misfit.
Yeah, I was just saying that I kind of approve this new way of things. So anyway, this rotten meat malarkey. Now we've got the internet back up and running. Almost, possibly.
Pish posh and Tommy Rods.
Oh no! Now we've been told by YouTube. Oh, hold on. It's logged me into the. Now I've got to switch account. Hold on. Bear with us.
Would you like to upgrade your Firefox?
I'm trying not to, if that's okay. I'd rather not. So
how about another Apple phone update?
They're going well. You know what? Oh, we're all back up and running. Excellent condition. Thank you so much. Welcome back, everybody. I can see you all now loitering. You know what? I agree. Oh, hold on. Big voice Jay's trying to call in. Hold on. But I haven't got Discord open. He's trying to call in via Discord, which is, I believe you'll find, is against the rules. So let me just open up Discord, just because, you know.
That is Discord.
Yes.
For you.
Yes, hold on. So Discord. I'm just waiting for technology to catch up again. Very lovely. But it's fascinating. That's all I'm saying. It's fascinating about how Newsweek has changed. So according to Newsweek, this decomposed raw meat, aka high meat, bunny floppy is consumed and supposedly gives you a high feeling as soon overtakes the person eating it. IFL Science describes rotten meat as being cheesy and more acidic than your average steak. Yeah, put that in your pipe and smoke it. Well, don't.
Who wants to eat an average steak?
Well, I don't know. But that's what they're suggesting. That's what
I'll have an above average steak. Thank you very much.
Oh, really?
I'm cooking it.
Oh, I see. With walnut oil? Or?
No, I'm salt and pepper, and then I do a little olive oil on the grill itself.
The basics. Back to basics. Lovely.
Maybe a pat of butter once it's out.
Yeah. But are you raw, medium, or rare malarkey?
I like a warm pink in the middle.
Okay. Hold on 1 sec.
I also like my steaks rare to medium rare.
Really? You see, I prefer more like medium to well. Just like medium, so I know that they've at least a little bit kind of,
Oh,
cooked.
thanks.
Yeah. No?
No, thanks. 145 degrees in the middle, and I'm good with it. I don't care what it looks like.
Fair enough. But I'm just, yeah.
But then I also don't care for, shellfish. Not allergic. I just don't care for them.
You don't care. You're not a very caring person, are you?
No, I'm not really.
Well, that's good to know. Thank you.
I mean, enough to be honest about that.
Yes, very true.
I mean, Nothing exists in a void.
But I just find it fascinating that, once again, we're not having any technical issues whatsoever. Discord is loading absolutely perfectly fine as we speak. There's nothing
And
to see.
there is nothing to see here.
There's nothing to see. Oh,
Thanks,
dear.
Ben.
Thanks, Ben. Yeah. So, I just find this fascinating how it comes back, because like, to these kind of legal highs, because you know, adults
Ooh.
can't make a decision. You know, they're not allowed to.
It's only illegal in your car, right?
Yeah, I assume so. I think that's how it works. But you know, but
We'll never know.
I'm not a lawyer, so I wouldn't prefer. You know, I can't give you advice on the matter. But what I hear is like, yeah. So, Discord is allegedly alive and well. It's supposedly loading, but I can't see.
It's kind of the Pfizer of communication technologies today, isn't it?
Meanwhile, Big Voice Jay is phoning. Hold on. Right, let me try this. I'm going to pick him up on my phone. Hold on. Right. So, okay. So, hold on. So
he has Skypey Wipey, doesn't he?
Yeah. He refused to download it.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, good on you, Big Voice Jay.
Okay. Hello, Jay.
Hello. I can barely hear you, Tori, but it's good to do that, I suppose. How is everybody?
Everybody's lovely. You're on my Mobley device at the moment, on loudspeaker into my microphone. You're hearing Tori from my headphones because they're
Big Voice Jay.
as it's that loud.
Good Lord, man, what happened to you?
Pardon? I can't quite. Yeah. So
We've all been saying that, Jay.
yeah, we've basically we're currently waiting politely for Discord to load on my laptop so that we can hear you in a brilliant and loud and perfect way, as of which you deserve.
Well, yeah, I mean, you made it kind of clear that I wasn't good enough for the big setup that you and Tori and
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here.
You're right. You're right, Jay. You're right to confront Lee on this.
Well, I could.
Might not have been. Well, no, you did make it clear on the very first show. Ben was like, yeah, you know, we should probably give him to Lee. And he was like, no.
It's not. He's not. You know, it's not holding it against me or anything, is he? No.
Oh, no. Unlike the two of us, I can remember things.
What a cheeky
Hey,
bastard.
Jay, I have a second account I can't get working. It's called Tori Soundboard. Would you like me to send you the login information to that?
Yeah, if you send him the login information for that, yeah, you do that, right? So, Big Voice Jay.
Well, I'm sorry, I can't remember my password. I can't log into the damn thing now.
Oh, God. Why is it never easy? I just really... right, I tell you what. This is what's going on. I am now...
If it had ever worked, I would have considered it a priority.
It's always a priority. What are you on about?
Wait, what?
Yeah. So, right, let me... So I'm going to try again. I've now, from Task Manager, closed the 4 instances of Discord that suddenly appeared. So I'm going to open it once.
Enough of this Discord. Let's have some order.
Yes. So I've clicked on it, and we're all now going to wait politely for Discord to open.
You wait politely. I am going to shove my way around in this place.
No, there was no reason for that.
Get out of my way, lady.
So, Jay, what's new with you?
Oh boy, I'm telling you what, I have decided to do the voiceover thing full time.
Awesome. How's that going, Em?
Well, I was in a live directed session yesterday, and hooked up with a couple of dudes from Jersey, I think it was.
Pervs.
We're talking about something that I can't talk about.
No.
And I'm recording something in the booth there, and all of a sudden I hear. I was like, "Oh my goodness! I hope this is not loud enough to the other guys that they can hear." Turns out my neighbor was cutting my grass with his riding lawnmower at the worst possible time.
Oh no! So good news so far. I'm glad that well done, man. So good news. Discord has decided.
Good news, everyone.
Yes, Discord has decided to install an update, 1 of 1, right now. I'm so glad. Good timing. Thank you so much, Discord. Thank you.
Fun stuff.
Yes. So it's doing its swirly thing now of installing an update, 1 of 1, with no option of cancelling it whatsoever, because choice is just so passé now. So we've just got to, wait. We've just got to sit here and wait, everybody. Hope you, talk amongst yourselves for a bit if you wish.
I would tell you that we're up to 2,044.
Hold on, 2 people talking at once. Right, yeah, we're up to 2,000, you say. That's lovely. Sorry, Jay, you were saying.
For the last 2 weeks, I was not able to speak.
Well, that doesn't bode well. This is your new...
You have to call in.
No, it doesn't. We couldn't do the podcast. We couldn't do the live show. Couldn't do any auditions. Couldn't record anything. It happened on a Tuesday.
Oh, I hate it.
Did somebody forget a safe word again?
Oh no, I hate when that happens.
Yeah, it happened during the live show. Actually, I was in the middle of an article. I was like, couldn't do it. Couldn't speak.
Wow.
Yeah, so you'll never guess what I'm drinking right now.
Oh no! See, they're all getting drunk. Go on. What you having?
Chamomile tea.
Oh, what, Pinky?
Pinky's out, boys. Pinky's out.
Oh, rather. That's lovely. Good news.
Some people prefer the pinky in.
Some people it's personal choice. Unlike the Pfizer/AstraZeneca vaccine. So we've learned. Good news. We're now swirly, being told that Discord is starting. It's starting, everybody. How nice. I've been staring at this swirly thing for quite some time now, however, which doesn't bode well.
If you stare at this swirly, it will never go away. It's
Oh.
like, kettle.
Oh dear. Oopsie. Oh dear. But now he tells me this is oh dear. Uh-oh. But anyway,
YouTube's hiccuping.
Oh no. Ah, dear. See what happens?
We have more good news for you.
Oh yes, good news. That's what I like to hear.
Good news for you. If you don't want to go all the way down to Florida, you can come over to my neck of the woods. Mask mandates are gone. Capacity limitations are gone. We have all 3 vaccines. If you want it, the state is wide the blank open. So come on in.
Oh, wide open, you say?
Tennessee?
Wide open and open for business.
Balls deep, you say? Balls deep.
Well, the lakes are open. I'll tell you that right now.
Putting the Ooga back in Chattanooga.
We're already on the marinas.
But yeah, I'm just amazed by this sort of shenanigans. So we've gone from a point where we must be good though. If we're no longer wearing masks and things, and I prefer to wear a mask just because you don't know where anyone else has been.
That's a very nice Batman mask you have there.
Everyone else was before all this.
Exactly.
You were caught.
Yeah, and it's just a personal choice, So which seems to be good news. It's still swirling, saying it's starting. Isn't that nice?
Something to look forward to.
Look at the swirl.
Look at it go. Look at its little eyes go. Woo, woo.
Well, I'm down with the swirl.
I bet you are. Big voice Jay. I've learned from my mistakes, and I've realised that maybe it was a good idea to give you the back end.
that has yet to be proven, Lee.
Is it? Oh.
What are we learning?
I've learned that maybe Discord is not a good idea. Yes. Yes.
There's so many more options
Yeah.
available out there since you were last doing a show.
Hold on.
especially in the
Excuse me.
civil
Excuse me. Don't you start this. We've got a very sexy thing that's working right now.
Is this about Mumble again?
It's about Mumble again. That's all he wants us to do is go back to Mumble.
Team
I
speak.
was never on the Mumble train. That was Ben.
Yeah, well,
Sorry,
you're.
I got him.
It's all the same, really. Oh, na 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 in my ears, going.
Yeah, sure. You got to use this if you heard the good news about Mumble. Oh my goodness.
That's a vivid reenactment, actually. That's pretty good.
And you were there.
Yes. Yes, I was. I tell you what, hold on, Tora. I'm just gonna. I've got to hold on. I'm gonna. If I swipe up, can I? Send him a message on the doobly-doo? Why is things so difficult? Why? Just why? That's all I want to know is why.
Different development teams.
I'm giving up on, right? So, I tell you what.
How dare you say I was eating cookies?
Oh no, I wasn't saying anything. Oh no, what was that? I tell you what, Jay. What you're gonna do is this, okay? We're gonna hang up on this Discord service, and I want you to send me your email address because I can't remember it.
Okay.
On this message call, so it'll ping up on my mobile, and then I'll send you the link to the back end. How's that?
Sounds wonderful.
Because that's the only way I can bloody well do it. So I'll see you in a second, okay?
I've just done it. Ta-ra.
Ta-ra. Lovely. I still haven't received anything, but ta-ra for now. Close the box. Hold on, let me have a look.
By the way, if you have any complaints about the show, you can send those to ben@dirtyboxers.net.
Yes, if you wouldn't mind, that'd be lovely. Thank you so much. Why is it so complicated sometimes? Why?
Sometimes it's because we set the bar so high, I think,
Yeah?
that, maintaining that level of performance just is, it's an endurance thing more than anything. And, well, you're getting old.
You calling me old? Is that what you were just doing? Yeah.
Well, that's if the vaccine people can do it, so can I.
No, I was too young. That's what I was told. I was too young to make a choice.
That's a convenient story, but the people that were younger than you got a different one, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Just saying.
Yeah, thanks, man. Cheers. Anyway, good news, everybody. Good news is that I've now got into my emails, and now I'm going to type in, without giving away his email address, link to back end, paste.
It's not at all Big Voice J at dirtyboxers.net.
No, it's definitely not. Why am I still connected to voice connected? I'm not connected. Hang up.
Getting the swirly on YouTube.
Another one. Right, that's sent. It's sending. What is wrong with the internet today? I tell you what was fascinating is that this week we had a big technical fault with our line. We had a major fault on our telephone line. And basically what happened was we had to get a brand new cable connection from the exchange to us here. And ever since then, it's been a bit kind of hit and miss. It's worked, but it's been a bit stuttery, and I don't quite understand.
Has it been just a little bit wonky?
Tad.
I said wonky.
Yeah, a bit. I would say yes. I will say yes. But the good news is that we've given Big Voice J the link to the doobly-doo backend. Okay, I have done my part.
Voice of the show, Big Voice Jay.
Big Voice Jay. So I've done my bit to this. That's all, yeah, that's all he needs to do is click on that link, and it will, and then give permission for his browser to use his microphone, and that is it. That's all he needs to do.
Consent is very important.
Frightfully important. So that's all he needs to do. Okay. Meanwhile, I am going to refresh this again so that I'm going to lose Tori again, but bear with me, please, Tori, because issues on this side again. So
wait, what?
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna. Right, one sec. So we're refreshing now to get rid of Tori for a bit to talk amongst his, talk behind his back a bit. And hopefully, things will work. So Big Voice Jay has, I can see there, has joined as a guest, which is nice.
Hello.
Hello. What, Pinky?
What, Scout?
See? Lovely. Right. So I'm, bear with us. We're just,
bear with him.
bearing with, very nice indeed. No, disable your video. One, two.
Please disable his video.
Oh, it's always between his legs. That's the perverted bit about it.
I can't blink fast enough.
Only place I could mount.
You couldn't have been comfortable.
So we've got Big Voice Jay connected to the back-end server, and now Discord has suddenly appeared on my screen saying, welcome, here are new updates that we've just installed.
Oh, good for you.
Good for us.
Nice.
Oh, and by the way, they've got rid of the old logo and added a new logo. Who cares? I don't care. Go away.
That right there was 7 meetings.
Yeah.
Now with lemon.
Yeah. That's the problem. Anyway, so we've got rid of that. There we go. So how are you? Now we can hear you. You can hear us. Everybody's hunky-dory. How you doing, buddy?
Jay.
Wow. Wow.
You got to get used to the T. That's what I have to do.
Oh, is that what you're doing?
That's what I told her.
All right. No.
That's not the only thing you said. But moving on. So you've gone full time now with this malarkey of big voicing. Don't they?
Yes.
Don't they grow up so fast, Tori? They grow up so fast.
Well, I don't know. I think he kind of took his time about it.
We went around the way a bit,
Yeah. So you've done that. That's cool. And you've got some new projects going on and stuff like that. You've lost your voice and brought it back, which is always helpful.
I lost my voice. I had to drink tea to bring it back. The podcast will return. The Bedtime Story podcast will return on Monday, as well as a live show.
Hold on. Hold on. Was that
show?
Was that? Hold on. No, that's not my concern. My concern was that a blatant plug for something.
It would only.
Well,
be
I havenn't told you where to get it.
Oh,
so
that's
no,
all right.
It was not
Okay.
a plug.
Yes,
That was being conversational.
Only be a plug if he were to. I don't know. Now let us know where we might listen to that.
Oh, okay, that's good.
BedtimeWithBVJ.com. That would be the answer to that question. If I was answering
If
it,
he was
which I am
answering
not.
the
Which
question,
we're not.
BigVoiceJ.com, which he clearly is not
No.
answering the question, BigVoiceJ.com.
No.
That's JAY, I'm assuming.
BedtimeWithBVJ.com. We go with the initials. That's cool.
Oh, BedtimeWithBVJ.com.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is another do not go to dirtyboxers.com type scenario.
Oh, is
correct?
it?
Yeah, correct. I mean, my goodness, it's 2021. By that time, all of the good J URLs were all taken up by porn. So make do with what you have.
Very important you include the V in that. I can't stress that enough.
Yes. The V is important in a lot of things.
Is that what
That's
it
what
was?
she said.
That's what she did. Definitely said yes.
Get your mind out of the gutter, boy. My goodness.
But that's how we do the show. Sorry, have you been here before?
It's like, have
Thanks
I
for
met
listening.
you? It's like, have I met you?
Exactly. What on earth is going on around here? Shenanigans going on. Shenanigans, I'm saying. So that reminds me, actually, that I purchased a domain the other day. and I am intrigued once I finally, have time to do stuff because, so busy, and ill. No, it's all about me. I purchased the other day because I thought it was rather naughty of me. Pixelscouts.org. Now, the plan is, that plan that we had years ago on dirtyboxers.net where we were going to
that narrows it down a lot.
Yeah, on the badges and stuff, and we were going to earn badges and points and stuff like that and malarkey.
Badges.
Snake.
Mushroom.
That is now going to have its own domain. It's not there yet. I just own the domain name, but I thought I'd bring it up. I was just like, maybe it could be a little project we do on the show as well. It's like ideas for badges for an adult version of scouting.
You mean like geospelunking or whatever it's called?
Yeah.
You do, and you'll clean it up.
Yeah. But I mean, overall, I think that would just be like, because I want, we want a pub scout award, which is basically you go on a pub crawl. You have to go to a certain amount of pub crawl pubs.
Oh, that has to happen.
And then you get the badge, and you have to have evidence at each pub, like a video or a photo of you and your crew just like holding a beer at each pub, and getting more and more wasted as time goes on.
Well, to add a little depth to the challenge, the first picture has to be a full mug. Final picture be with an empty mug with
that's it.
Successfully progressing emptying the mug in each picture.
Well, no, that's only because you've got that photo that you posted on Instagram this week.
No, I want a GIF.
Don't tell. I saw it on Instagram. Don't start with me. I saw this.
No, don't blow up my IG. I can't handle it.
Oh, here we go again. We're reconnected again. Hurrah. Oh, things are happening. Yeah, you keep chuckling. Yeah, you keep chuckling to yourself. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Oh, we lost Jay.
What?
Oh, hello. Right, so he's welcome back. So, I'm telling you.
I didn't do it.
Yeah, whatever. So, don't you just love the new system, though? Did you notice how we just all seamlessly come back in? And it was fine. All
Hey, watch your mouth.
It gets me in trouble. So, have you? What's your position on the? Have you got the vaccine or your vaccine over there? Are you not getting it? What's your position, Jay?
My position is I am not getting it.
Okay.
2 reasons. One.
Hold on for a second. It's been a while. Let's count the ways. For the first reason, yes.
First reason, I have had blood clots before, and let me tell you, you don't want blood clots.
Oh, so that's a no then for the blood clots.
It's a no. You do not want them.
Okay.
They can be very dangerous.
Oh. Well, don't they put a crimp in your day?
Well, it will literally kill it. So you don't want that.
Oh. That's good to know.
And good to know.
Yeah.
Number 2.
Yeah.
I don't buy version 1 of anything.
Yes.
I'm not an early adopter.
No.
So everyone else can go out and get that. And I have one more. Number 3.
Oh, God. You can't even count. Yes.
Number 3 is there are way too many people who were downplaying the vaccine just a scant 8-9 months ago that are all about you getting it today. I'm sorry. I'm passing.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough.
The stuff in the material in the vial doesn't change when administrations change. Okay. So if you were against it and then you're either, and you're for it now, something's up.
Well, fair. That is fair. I totally understand. You know, it's just like, for example, I still had a personal choice, and they wouldn't respect my personal choice. It's fine. So, final story for today, and I think we'll move the hell on out of here. It's such a good news story that it's got written by 3 writers. By minimum 3 writers. Brace yourself. And this is coming from fox13memphis.com.
Where news comes first.
Yes, and this is written by Bob and Cox Media Group and the National Content Desk. So you know it's oh, you gotta love him. So and this is in Oahu.
National Content Desk.
Yeah. So this is from the Delhi. It's called Delhi Township in Oahu.
Dirty Boxers listeners will remember that Oahu is one of 3 states you can say without closing your mouth, the other 2 being Iowa and Hawaii.
Yes. Exactly. This is just a fountain.
Oahu.
Oahu. So the Delhi Township is called the Floral Paradise of Oahu. I haven't heard this. This is the opening sentence of this. I am
kind of like being the nicest guy in prison.
Yeah.
The tallest little person.
Yes. But something didn't smell right when a man believed to have stolen 14 cases of beer tried to return them.
Oh.
You ever try to pack 14 cases of urine into a place?
Oh, really? No. Is it difficult?
Sorry, my mic was on.
Oh, dear. Whoopsie. So the
I think you'll need a giant trough.
That's what she said. So the incident occurred on Wednesday at the Corridge grocery store, WLWT reported. So according to the news release, which I'm assuming that's either from the Cox Media Group or the National Content Desk. One of the two.
That's the release from Cox, I think.
Oh, okay.
Oh, dear.
According to them, from the Delhi Township Police Department, the man loaded his cart with 14 cases of beer. Police said that he attempted to return the cases, saying that his wife bought the wrong brand. While employees...
Hey, there's something wrong with this story. She's not the one making the return.
Yeah. When employees were trying to confirm his story, the male became angry and left the store with the beer, police said in the news release.
This is just unnecessarily escalated. I mean, all you need to do is show your receipt, and usually we just Bed Bath & Beyond it, and we're done.
I tell you what I was amazed the other day is that I decided to purchase some things for next door, the old biddy next door, and they weren't the right thing. She was like, "No, can you go and return them?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure."
Did you buy the wrong brand of beer?
No, not this time. I learned my lesson. So I took it back the other week. And I realised when I bought it, I hadn't got a receipt, but I did scan my club card, the points mean prizes card for the local store. So they were able to go in the local store and go, "Oh, yeah, you did buy them on this date, blah, blah, blah," and I was able to return them that way. It's just like, so you don't necessarily, as long as you've got some sort of recording of it, you don't necessarily need the receipt.
Yeah, it's one of the conveniences in letting somebody track your purchases.
Yeah, it's very convenient. And points, as we know, mean prizes. Allegedly, possibly.
I like prizes.
Points mean prizes, and deals equals freedom.
Wheels? Oh,
well, close enough. So the Krong Air employees reviewed the surveillance footage. So they just pushed rewind on the VHS tape. That's as far as we've found out so far. And determined that the man had never paid for the beer. WLWT reported. They reported the incidents to the authorities, and Delhi police released several images of the man taken from the surveillance video. So, and it's in fact one of those...
Hold on.
What?
Are you telling me guy loads up a cart with beer,
Yes.
walks out of the door, doesn't trip the alarm?
No.
He's in the parking lot. Oh, I think we'll just hang a Yui and go back in here. I'd like my money back. Oh, my goodness.
It's genius. And the best part is he's got away with it. Anyone within...
Why was he wanting his money back instead of exchanging it for the correct beer?
Why did he take the wrong beer in the first place?
So many whys here.
So many
whys.
But so far he's...
Oh, you know what?
Oh,
it
dear.
could be that this was a store he frequents. Maybe he's talked to one or two of the employees. Maybe flirted outrageously with one of the cashiers of the 5 left. And she would probably remember, wait a minute, that's not your brand. And maybe she was off that day.
Oh, that was it. That's the problem. So, but anyway, he got away with it. Anyone information on the identity of the man is asked to contact the police department. Oh, dear.
So they didn't check the security footage until after the fact.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, I'd love to have seen that conversation. What transaction did you just do? Oh, man, the guy had come in here with a basket full of beer. We had to give him his money back. You what?
Well, you didn't even get his money back. He just went out with the beer. Okay, we've got some breaking news. However, before we get before we get overexcited, no, bad.
You will take the whoosh.
Bad.
I rescind my whoosh.
Yes, because before we have
Whoosh
to...
is too big.
Never had that complaint. Because I need to turn on my VPN to be able to access this story because it's breaking news. However, it's behind a, sorry, you're in Europe. This is only for Americano people.
This does not fit your propaganda profile.
So let me just connect. I am now connecting to my VPN, which, as you know, we very much approve of Mozilla VPN, with the same people who create Firefox. We do not have an affiliate link. It is just a top tip of a good service. And it put...
I'm the alleged co-host.
Oh, no, Ben. Oh, no, you aren't. So we are now connected to Salt Lake City. Should I be worried?
Not if you're a Mormon.
Okay.
Or a drinker.
Okay, so we're now going to ABC.
If you have a liquor store, I have terrible news for you.
Oh, no. Celeste. Oh, look. What a shocking revelation. We've now gone past the oopsie, you're in Europe. Don't you just love technology sometimes?
This is the EU all over again.
Mm-hmm.
Who? Sorry, they're not our problem anymore. So that's how I see it anyway. So this is something that is breaking news. Now we've got it from the love of my life. That is Tasha Bella. So there we go. Breaking news. Target is to suspend even sales of sports and Pokemon cards. Ooh. So this is a...
Oddly enough, they're not suspending sales of archery cards.
No, shocking revelation that was. Owing to the resurgence of popularity and extremely limited supply, and following a recent near tragedy at a local Wisconsin, what? Pokemon?
Everything a near tragedy?
Yeah. Pokemon and sports trading cards are being pulled off the shelves at Targets nationwide. But I tell you what.
That's what you do when you buy something. You pull it off the shelf.
Yes, but thankfully, that introduction by ABC4.com has rather intrigued me. This sounds like the things that we like the most. Oh. So, replying to an inquiry from ABC4, Target gave the following comment. The safety of our guests and our team guests into a Target. What do? You wipe your feet and take your shoes off at the front door. Would you like a cup of tea?
They give you a lovely little shot glass, a little highball.
Oh, that's nice. It's very nice indeed. Our guest, for the safety of our guests and our team, is our top priority. I would have thought that the top priority was making sure their share price was good and paying the dividends, but no, it turns out.
Maybe keeping
It's the
electricity
real
on.
reason, but we don't have to tell everybody that.
Out of the abundance of caution. Ooh. Out of an abundance of caution. That sounds.
I do like a bountiful amount of caution.
Yes. Target has decided to temporarily suspend the sale of MLB, NFL.
Major League Baseball, National Football League.
That ain't football. It's a pussy game of rugby.
Don't start that. Don't start
It's
that.
just like you might. Well, are they wearing suspenders and a bra under all that padding? It's just
Who
like
cares? It's all a work.
yeah. NBA
National Basketball Association.
and Pokemon trading cards within our
I don't know the acronym for that.
No.
No affiliate.
within the Target stores, effective of from May the 14th.
Wait a minute. Are they saying that Pokemon people are professional athletes? Because I'm getting that vibe.
Mixed vibes there, mixed vibe. But depends if they use their Pokemon Go and like throw their balls around in public or not.
Walmart did make a statement.
Pardon?
They are saying
They said
Walmart
what? Sorry?
has made a statement. They
Oh, okay.
said that they have seen increased demand for these cards, and they are selling them in the stores and online, and they are determining what, if any, changes are needed to meet it while keeping everybody safe.
Well, that's nice to know because guests can continue for Target.com to purchase the cards there. So last Friday, outside a Target in Brookfield, Wisconsin, a 35-year-old man was assaulted by a group of 4 men as he left the store with several boxes of sports trading cards. Bad.
Wow.
During the assault, the victim, a valid concealed carry permit holder, raised his weapon and scared off his attackers. As a result, the store and a couple of other surrounding businesses went into lockdown. Well, they must be used to that by now. They just need to, revert back to the previous
You mean the
memo.
businesses that were still open?
Exactly. They just need to revert back to the previous memo from last week.
You're burying the headline here. I think the news story is if you're going to be a criminal at Target, you better come strapped.
Yeah. Have your papers in order.
Oh, and they say this alleged show isn't an education. So the
Always learning. Always
yes,
learning.
always. The attackers were later found and taken into custody, according to ABC4 affiliate WISN.
They're on your side.
Allegedly. What side is that? We don't know. So sports trading cards, Pokemon cards, and other collectibles have seen a resurgence in popularities, mainly probably because there's been nothing else to do during, I don't know, a pandemic of the beer flu variety. I'm just,
I still don't see the near tragedy because, quite frankly, if you are assaulting people carrying ball cards out of a Target, maybe we could go without you.
yeah,
Maybe we're good.
Thank you for removing yourself from the gene pool. We appreciate it.
So the trend has caught on locally in Memphis as well. No, that was the previous
Sounds to
story.
me like a tragedy.
For a second, I thought we were still reading Fox 13 Memphis, but no, it's ABC4. My short-term memory is caught up. Hooray!
All right.
We're
Only
in
if you two
Wisconsin.
would.
We're now in Wisconsin. Stop screwing me around. I know where I am. Shut up. So the trend caught on locally in Wisconsin as well. In an earlier story by ABC4, blatantly
American Broadcasting Company.
Yes, they're definitely something, all right.
What donut?
On the popularity of card collecting, Jason Zhang of Salt Lake City comment. Oh, we're in Salt Lake City with my VPN. That's convenient.
Well done, you.
Yay. Yeah, well done. Technology. Who needs to travel when you can just use a VPN to pretend you've gone somewhere else? Where are you going today? Oh, I'm just going to go to Spain for a few hours via my mobile phone. See what happens. So he said, in Salt Lake City, he commented that those who wait for hours in front of stores like Target for the cards can attempt to hoard and buy armfuls at a time. Ooh. The people at the front, they're just grabbing like 10 to 12 boxes, likes as much as they could.
That sentence is not constructed well.
Well, that's when it's written. That's a bunny floppy ears quote there, says Jason. Guessing
Well,
that
it passes spell check.
Yes, yes, it does.
Well, hold on. Oh no, this is not from the main news desk, is it? So it hasn't had the layers of this is just one writer. So no, it hasn't had the filter system going in. So the ones at the front were looking to flip the boxes for a profit, and this is paramount everywhere on eBay and stuff like that. There's Overtime Cards, a hobby shop in Murray, likened card collecting to buying what? Okay, this sentence is beautiful. You'll like this. Overtime Cards, a hobby shop in Murray, likened card trading and buying to buying a lottery ticket. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I know what they're trying to say. It doesn't help to read that one. There's too many buying twos. With the prices of some rare and limited sports and Pokemon cards going for hundreds of thousands of Monopoly money dollars. This is the Beanie Babies all over again, isn't it? Yeah.
Count on it.
Yeah. This is people thinking they've got their pension plan sorted by buying all these crappy cards. It's just a bit of cardboard, with shiny bits. What's going on? So, with how the market is now, bunny floppy is, this person is saying, you've seen a lot of cards going in the $1 million ranges, which I think also brings more people into trying to find the golden ticket, says Tanner Powell, who works at Overtime Cards. Wow.
They don't tell you is that for every one card that is $1 million seller, there are literally millions of other cards.
Billions.
Because everyone else has them that aren't worth the paper they're printed on.
Yeah.
Because it's artificial.
Yeah. So the Target's decision with smaller card shops, other smaller card shops are hoping that they will have more products in stock for their clientele because Target's not buying them up, so now they can get hold of them.
It's almost as if you're saying that culture is creating its own fiat currency.
Isn't that shocking?
Almost. You're not. It's tip of the tongue. Just the tip.
Just the tip. So it's been a. Here's another quote here. It's bunny floppy is. It's been a bit of a nightmare for us to get cards from our distributors. They've been prioritizing the big box stores over us. So if one of these stores isn't going to be carrying it anymore, I think it might help us have a decent stock, says Dion Delaver, who works at the Game Haven in West Jordan. So there we go.
It sounds to me like this story was sponsored by Walmart, who will clearly have plenty of these cards.
Oh, yeah.
Don't put it past them.
No. And
they just want to point out that they bought out all the cards and Target can't buy any because Walmart's hoarding them all in the warehouse.
Well done, parking lot. We've got you covered.
We've got everything. But it's the same over here with certain, like I've been told by friends of Pokemon cards and things like that. It's crazy shenanigans.
You might want to cross-reference those 4 criminals in Wisconsin with the people named Walton in the police records.
Whoops.
Whoopsie. But it's fascinating because a couple of weeks ago as well, talking about fiat currencies and things like that, I think it was like 3 or 4 countries all announced the same week that they were going to produce a digital coin. Central bank.
Could possibly go wrong.
Yeah, exactly. So it was the Bank of England. I think the Federal Reserve was the same week. I think Canada, Australia, and one other place which I can't remember. I don't really care. But they're all announced pretty much on the same week that they're all looking into it, and it will be a digital currency equaled to what a normal banknote is valued at. So a £10 would always equate to a £10, no matter which currency.
It won't be hackable like a pipeline or anything.
Oh, definitely not. No. And anyway, that wasn't hacking. That was just ransomware. That's something entirely different.
And I'm certain no one will create money out of thin air using this protocol.
Oh, definitely not. But I found it fascinating that they all said it at the same week. And it was on the news on all the different days, same week.
Oh,
and
they went to the same meeting.
Oh, yeah. And it just, the one thing, and I know this is...
They got the memo.
Yeah, the one thing that I can't quite understand, and admittedly, I am talking about myself here, and I'm not, I'm just... But the question is...
It's not all about you.
I know it's not all about me, but I'm just saying, it's just, I have conditions, so which means that I'm not quite seeing everything as I should be. However...
Put your glasses on, man.
Oh, that's a good idea, actually. Oh, I should have thought that sooner. So, all I'm saying is that surely, you would have a scenario where why do they need a digital currency? Okay, think about this. Think about it. Your money's already digital. Your money is already digital. You can use it anywhere using your card or whatever. Why? Just why? Why?
Well, I mean, you already have a car, but sometimes you look for a new one. So you already have a wife. Sometimes you look for a new one. I mean, things change.
But my point is, though...
There's nothing wrong with that last statement.
No, but I mean... The thing is, though, is like if you, for example, if I wanted to, I have some cash on me.
I want a new currency. People have been fondling this one just a little bit too much for my liking.
But the problem
I
is,
want one with no fingerprints on it.
There's too many hands on this one right here.
But that's what she said. But I mean, like, surely the situation is that it's the same currency. It just equates to each. One's just a digital version of the. So which it's like, but you can do that with your banking anyway. Now I said banking now. You don't need a digital currency because you can use your bank card as a digital currency now. You can purchase things online using your card.
But see, with one, you can also still use cash, and if you're going to transfer it to a cashless system, you need the other one in place.
They're trying to push it to a cashless system, you say? Surely not.
I didn't say that.
No?
I just alleged that.
Oh, I see. Okay. I would hate for people to get confused.
I wasn't at that meeting.
No. But still, I'm just confused by it, that's all. I'm just like, why be so blatant, If they're saying, okay, it will just make digital transactions easier, how flipping easier can it get? It's not easy, it's easy
Yoink.
enough.
That's how easy it could get.
Boink.
Yoink.
Ah.
Yoink.
I thought he said boink. That's something entirely different.
Well, I did, but I didn't think my mic was on.
Oh, dear. Again. Oh. But yeah, I just, I find it fascinating. That's all. But, I don't know how we got into that conversation. I can't remember. But it was interesting nonetheless. I'm telling myself.
I'm talking about the scarcity of cards.
That's
it. Somehow that moved into
currencies.
This currency
Culture
malarkey.
creating a fiat kind.
That's it. It was his fault. It was his fault. Yeah.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
I blame the content desk.
The national content desk, you mean?
Are you saying Pasha Bella needs a spanking?
Anyway, on that bombshell.
Tori has volunteered.
That's not a no.
That's well. We all noticed. So thank you very much indeed for joining us today on this horrific car crash of a thing. With technical difficulties, that, yeah.
Nothing to see here.
No.
Yes, nothing to see.
Yes.
Please, Jay, turn your camera back on.
Oh, please, no. At least close your legs.
Weekend, boys, let's go.
I wouldn't mind as
bike's
much.
on.
I wouldn't mind as much, but why does he have to have the Vaseline? It's all shiny.
We have to have the soft focus, don't you know?
You're putting it in the wrong place then.
That looks a bit like a hard focus, if you ask me.
Oh dear. So thank you very much indeed, Big Voice Jay, for finally attending. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you very much.
No, I enjoyed it, man. Nice to catch up.
Good to see you.
Yeah. And thank you, Tori, for being here today, unlike a certain Benjamin.
I appreciate your having me.
Oh. Once again, that's what she said.
It's like you were there.
Yeah.
I was at that meeting.
I was holding the camcorder. So, thank you very much, everybody, for being here today. Remember, for the next 2 weeks, we are not here. Follow us on Twitter at Dirty Boxes or Facebook, Dirty Boxes, to be notified when we will be back. But until next time, take care, look after yourselves, be well. Ta-ra!